Hi, it's Larissa with the Well Sessions, and I am here to explain to you a little bit more about how to use worksheet number 2. This I call the mirror page, and it is the second step of the Magic of Being Present worksheets. The original concept is designed by Byron Katie and Catherine Weiss, and I'm adapting it and using it here, and I'm excited to show you. So if you watched the first video about how to find your most distressful thought, which is the F this worksheet, we're going to pick up where we left off. So my most distressful thought in the scenario I was sharing earlier about my kids and bedtime was they are annoying and bad. Okay, so that's the thought I'm going to be working with. And I'm just going to do it kind of quickly here. There is a meditation that you can do before you work this. This isn't a time to try to be like forcing it, but really allowing yourself to think of it in a new way. So as you'll see here, there are 4 questions. So there's the questions, and then there are the flip sides. So we are going to work with those. So here's the questions. In the situation that you're thinking of, so in my mind, I'm trying to get my kids to go to bed and they are running around and they're wild and I feel out of control. In my thought is they are annoying and bad. Is the thought true? Yes or no only. There is no right or wrong answer. If it feels true, just say yes and skip. Is it true? They're annoying and bad. Yes, it's true to me right now. I feel annoyed. It's also true that my thoughts are annoying me because my thoughts are barging in and annoying me. In this situation, can you prove that it's true? I would say, yeah, I could prove that they're like, I'm saying, let's go to bed. And they're like, just one more thing, But that doesn't necessarily prove that they are annoying. Aren't they just kids? Aren't they supposed to do that? Aren't they just being like how they're supposed to be? Okay. So then this is how I would work at this. So how do I prove it? Well, I can't really prove it because they're just being kids. So they're supposed to be that way. It's a judgment, right? That I think they're annoying, but that's not proof that they are. It's a perception. So it's even just that little bit of like, can I prove this? I do feel annoyed. So there's that. Okay. And that's really helpful because knowing how you feel is huge. You got to know how you feel. And it's really important to stop and be like, oh, I feel annoyed. What do I need? What's going on? Because I'm projecting it out, right, on them. They're annoying. So this is where I would kind of go with that. I don't know if, so think about your own example and how you might consider, is it true? Can I prove it? Question number 3 is, in that situation, how did you react when you believed your thought? Okay. What is the felt sense in your body? What is the behavior or the emotions? So when I believed they are so annoying and bad, I was not breathing very deeply. I got up. It was like kind of an upward sensation, like, and I'm focusing on what they're doing that I don't want them to do. Is my behavior. I start to tell myself other stories and thoughts like, why can't I do this as a parent? What is wrong with me? I'm just the worst. I'm failing. My jaw gets tight and I start to kind of like lose my breath. The felt sense is like a gasping or a lack right in this general area of my body. I want to detach. I want to just be like, fine, whatever. I don't even care. I'm going to go look on my phone. And these are the things I'm imagining. So I'm closing my eyes because I'm really imagining myself in that scenario. And that helps me to do that. So, so that's how I react when I believe that they're annoying. Or just like, probably my best friend Alicia has this figured out. Her kids aren't ever annoying. What's wrong with me? All that stuff. All right, question number 4. In that situation, okay, so you're imagining yourself there. Who could you be if you didn't believe that thought? What would be the felt sense or the observed behavior if your thought They're so annoying. Just floated away. So I'm going to imagine myself standing in that situation with my kids, and that the thought is like lifting up outside of me. They're so annoying, and it's going to just float away. And I'm going to observe my body and myself in that situation. So I just see it lift right up. I'm going to hook it onto like a little cloud, and a little breeze is coming, and the cloud is just going to float way out onto the horizon and get smaller and smaller and farther away. And now I'm just standing in the hallway, and my kids are running around, and I don't believe the thought. Let's just imagine it. I don't have the thought they're annoying. So I would be like in my body. I would be in my feet, my chest. I would feel the breath. I would be breathing deeply. I would be appreciating the sound of their voices, the sound of their feet. I would be observing their behavior. I would be watching their game. I would be clear and communicating like, oh, I see you are really loving this, and now it's time for bed. I would hang in there. I would not want to check out. I would be there. I would be all there, and I would be noticing all of the beautiful things that are making up my life in that moment. Like, okay, well, it makes sense that we would be here because we have been on a break and interesting. So that thought is really helpful to me because in this scenario. So there's other questions here, and if you go through each one and you're finding it's not helpful, you can move to the next one until you find the magical question that helps your thoughts let go. That one for me, number 4, was just obviously very helpful. So I'm going to go ahead though and show you the flip sides. So the first flip side is you reconstruct the thought to yourself. Okay, so you would say, I am annoying and I am bad. And you find 3 ways that might be as true or more true than the original thought. They are annoying and bad. So yeah, I am annoying myself by believing these thoughts because I'm telling myself a story, and that's annoying to my true self who wants to live and exist in a more connected and loving way. And the reason that I'm annoyed is because I'm stepping outside of who I really am. Okay? I'm annoying to myself. I'm annoying to them. I'm annoying to them. So that's the second flip side of the reconstruction. You imagine, how am I annoying them? They're annoying me. How am I annoying them? Well, I'm in the background over here going, guys, it's time for bed. And I'm doing all that. That's got to be pretty annoying for them. I'm not being clear. I'm not setting a limit. I'm just expecting them to like get on board with my random, hey, it's time for bed now. Come on, let's do it. Why aren't you guys doing this? Let's get it together. I can imagine that would be pretty annoying for them. And then the other flip side is they're not annoying and bad. And I think that I also found this on the first question about proving it. Yeah, they are actually playing really nicely together right now. And that's not annoying, and it's actually really good. And it is hard to get in here and sort of like change the direction. And so what I would do here then is what I've just realized is that my real distressful thought is that they have to be in bed now. Okay, so see how I did that one first thought and now another one, but they need to be in bed. So now I would go back through and I would do the mirroring page again with the distressful thought. They need to be in bed. And I do come to find that may or may not be true, and that I may or may not be able to prove it. And who could I be if I didn't believe that is almost always a version of myself where there's a felt sense of like luxury of time. Oh, I could just go slow and I could just get all up in here and like, hey guys, how are you? Oh, I love this game you're playing. And start moving them towards bed. But the satisfaction of the connection, I wouldn't be annoying myself, right? I would be present. And the thing is, my whole life, I thought that in order to feel satisfied, I had to have kids who were good and gone in bed on time so that I could like go off and have my time to myself. And what I found is that it's actually in the moments that if I can suddenly transcend all of my stories, that this wide, beautiful open space emerges, and that the most satisfying thing is to live and dwell in my body with a felt sense of luxury of time, luxury of connection. There's enough, there's abundance, there's creativity, there's ideas, there's choices, and freedom of thought. And I can tell my thoughts, that's enough now, and I can just be. And I find that that's actually what I really want. Like, I think I want this perfection. I think I want an adventure. I think I want it all to go a certain way. But when I bring it back 20 steps, I realize that it's happening. The adventure is happening. And then I start to see some of the most remarkable things take place in those minuscule moments that I was missing all along. And my kids show me the richness. And it sounds cliche, I know, but it's not a cliche experience. It's profoundly satisfying. So yeah, I really want to teach you this. I am going to be doing an introduction to my worksheets, the magic of being present, on February 1st. It's going to be a Zoom webinar call, and I want you there. And you can have these in front of you or pulled up on the computer or a phone and your journal, and we're going to work a thought together and do the flip sides of it, and I will get you started with this process. So please spread the word. I would love to work with you and coach you on how to use this tool in your life to get the stuff you really want, which it might even blow your mind to find out that what you really want is not always what you thought you wanted, and that it's so much easier to get than you might think. So let me know, sign up, spread the word. Thank you so much.